Well, how's it coming along, friends? Welcome to segment number 4 on learning how to play Zydeco style accordion playing on a G, C, F, 31 or 34 button triple row, 3-row diatonic accordion, based on the knowledge we've learned from playing a 10 button diatonic Cajun accordion that's keyed in C. I want to mention here, though, that those of you students who have never played a 10-button single-row Cajun accordion or don't intend to, and this is your first button accordion, to just go along with us when we're thinking of each row being its own separate Cajun accordion. You have 3 Cajun accordions, let's say. Some have more buttons each row. Don't worry about that, but as long as we think of it more like a 10-button Cajun accordion in G, lower row, first row, middle row, C, on the push, by the way, and then the inner row, the 3rd row, F. It'll help speed up our learning and understanding and applying songs, single row type songs. And that way eventually we'll be able to add the blue notes and have some great Zydeco sounds. I'm chomping at the bit to get that started for you, as well as I'm sure you all are. But as long as we discipline ourselves in this manner first, it's going to pay off huge dividends, as you'll see. I might also mention here, this kind of accordion can be very intimidating looking at first, because you have all these buttons and you don't see any black keys, and this type of accordion is not laid out straightforward and linear like a piano accordion is, where you have the black keys and everything's laid out, you know where all the notes are, and you have every note on a piano accordion on the same key. You have the same note on a push or a pull. This being a diatonic accordion, of course, you know, each button gives you 2 separate notes, bisonoric, if you will. So setting up segment number 4, we played our first Zydeco Creole Cajun tune. It was Jambalaya. It was a 2-step in the key of C, and that's in the push. On the push they call it. Position 1 they call it in Cajun accordion learning. Today we're going to learn another song in a very important key on a C Cajun accordion, but it's going to be in the key of G, which is a very important key that C Cajun accordions play, and that tune is, you guessed it, Jolie Blond. It's our Cajun Zydeco Creole 3-step, our waltz, and it's also called second position. And the way I look at these position things, the first position being on the push, where the 1 chord in the key of C is, you know, the 1 chord being the basic chord, the key chord, the chord that has the key's name. That's on the push on the right hand. So that's how I interpret, you know, songs in the key of C on a C accordion. It's played on the push on the first position. Okay, but songs in the key of G. Here's the best G chord I can find right now. On the pull, on a single row, like a single row Cajun accordion, and that's on the pull, and they call that the second position. I might mention the 3rd position when it's related. Let's see here. Where you have a song in the key of F on a C Cajun accordion. That's also on the pull, and there's an F chord there, and they call that the 3rd position. So I just thought I'd, you know, kind of drop that in there just to kind of help you along a little more, those of you who know your Cajun accordion. Alright, so setting up how to play Jolie Blond, I'll get off of the triple row and get on to my single row and mention a couple things along the way here. Remember the first video I said the Cajun accordion gets you some really cool licks that you can't get on any row on the triple row, and that's specifically my cool kitty lick, you know. Ooh, ooh, cool kitty, tell us about the boys from New York City. We can't get that on the triple row, but what we can get is this riff. And this added to it. On the push, this, and on this on the pull. They're octaves. That's directly related. You can do that. Apply it. You can apply it to your middle row, your C row, and your top row, your F row. You cannot get it on the G row, so you'll find that out. That's an important riff, especially for tunes in the key of G, because it's a G chord riff. Doesn't mean you have to play in G to get that, but that's really important. Rather than go into all the numbers, you got that there, and you have this, see, and then here. And I will be using that in Jolie Blond. Now, to try to replicate, once again, get a close sound to the triple row, the two middle reeds per note sound, I'll disengage the high reed bank and the low reed bank on my Cajun accordion, and we'll get just the two middle reeds going, and so it'll sound fairly close to, for right now, to the middle row, the C row. Okay, Jolie Blond. Oh, I better mention this. The left hand, C, G, right? Supporting notes, supporting left and right hand, supporting bass notes and chord for the 4 chord C, and then G, the 1 chord. This song, by the way, has 3 chords. It's a 3-chord song. It's 1, 4, 5. G being 1, C being the 4 chord, D being the 5 chord. Well, the left hand on the Cajun accordion doesn't have that 5 chord going on. It doesn't have the D chord. However, there's some surprises on the triple row I'm about ready to show you. But anyway, just you don't need to worry about that on the Cajun. You know, the Cajun accordion, the guitar will provide the D chord or the piano, what have you. Anyway, here we go. Play along with me. Your own style or your own version, doesn't matter. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. See where I put that lick in? You'll hear that a lot in tunes in G on a C Cajun accordion. Now, getting onto my triple row. Once again, we got. Now it's my good pleasure to tell you I'm going to cheat just a little bit, and I'm still going to isolate myself to just the middle row here to play Jolie Blond in the key of G. In a future video I'll show you how to play it on the other rows as well. But I want to show you a little something here where I'm going to cheat just a little bit on the left hand. And this is fun, and it's real exciting to show you this. Where you can look at this. These 2 buttons here, like the 2 buttons on the left hand of a Cajun 10-button accordion, where on the push, you know, C chord, the 4 chord, bass accompaniment, support, on the push, pull, There's your G, your one chord. Now, here, if you go just up to these two buttons on the end of the continental shelf here, on this end, on the pull, hey, guess what? You get a D chord. There's your 5-chord accompaniment. Now, if I don't show you this, if I didn't show you this, I'd be doing you a disservice. So this will help you understand how to play tunes in different styles of music too. It doesn't have to be Zydeco to be able to know how to play the 5-chord left hand, but it's something new. I couldn't wait to show you. So with that, I'm going to add that to it. I do want to mention though, let's see here, let me give you this real quick. The song starts on the 4 chord. C, 4 chord, 1, 2, 3, push, pull, right there. G, and you can stay there, pull, and 1 chord. Then over here on the pull, you've got the D chord, the 5 chord. You got to go back to the G, the 1 chord. Well, guess what? If you just stay right there and on the push, you got the G. Maybe a lot of you already know that. However, there's times, depending on what's going on the right hand in the melody, you might have to do the G, go back to the G on the pull here on the left hand. See, like push, pull, now on the D chord, now, or go back here and the second time you play the G chord, the second measure, do it on the pull. You'll get the hang of it, but I wanted to just reveal some of that to you. Okay.